Guys, we are back again. This is the very last session of the second day of our live stream. Third day of Mobile World Congress. Oh my God, I said it like at least 20,000 times. What's happening?
I don't know. There's some excitement outside the booth.
There is...
clapping and cheering.
Oh, you know what? This is the app developer party. And those guys queued up over here around the booth because the first 200 of them are getting a surprise. And I know what the surprise is. It's a tablet.
You know what the surprise is? Oh, it's the tablet.
Is this the new Dell tablet? It's a tablet.
It's a tablet.
200 tablets they're giving away.
Yeah.
So if you go, it's like a chance to win. So there's a whole bunch of people lined up around there. And,
I think it starts at 5:30.
Like Will.i.am is going to turn up. or
You
something.
think Will.i.am is going to turn
100
up?
people queued up at the front there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. We won't catch it. Just leave it. Just turn the camera around.
Unfortunately,
That's not gonna
guys,
happen.
Unfortunately, guys, you're just going to believe our excitement at the crowds around here. It's intense.
It's your fan club, Sasha, right?
Yeah. They all coming in here. I have a couple of set cards with my signature on. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do this.
Glamour
later.
headshots.
So, guys, third day of Mobile World Congress. One more day to go. Where are we at? And you know what? I haven't eaten anything for the whole day. I just had the sound that you can hear in the background is this Core i7 coffee and chocolate machine. It's all this Bossa Nova.
So we've been living on lattes and steamed milks and hot chocolates are really powering this live stream.
So, tell me something about the third day, because I mean, I was stuck in here.
Well, you've been on the show for the most, Steve. What was your favorite thing that you saw today?
Well, it's quite funny because I'm like 2 years at me. Because I'm 2 years out of the smartphone scene, right? So I'm coming here like a consumer that hasn't upgraded his phone for 2 years. Like, what's new over the last 2 years? And not much has changed, to be honest.
I love that.
Seriously.
You're so
You know,
right.
so I picked up I've been helping out with the guys this week and wrote the news around the Lumias. Okay, they're entry-level smartphones, but when I looked at the S6, the X6 Edge, apart from the Edge, there's not much different, right? It's really 20% per year, just like in the PC market, 20% improvement per year in battery life, in display resolution, in processing power. It's just standards. You can almost predict it.
But it changed a little bit. Don't forget that you need a microphone.
Oh,
Nicole.
yeah, no, I do need a
Microphones
microphone.
are crucial here to understand you.
But I mean, it's interesting that the way, like, exactly what you're saying, right? If you have a smartphone that's 2 years old, what are you going to do, right? And this was interesting that this was actually HTC's pitch, right? That if you're an M7 user, there was no reason to upgrade to the M8, but...
This was their pitch?
Kind of.
That's why the HTC One M8 was so successful.
No, but it's true.
When I saw the M9, I didn't know there was an M8. I thought it was basically the HTC One, just a little upgrade on it, because it looks the same. And that was 2 years ago, exactly 2 years ago, right? Am I
That's
right?
quite interesting because you're
absolutely.
not covering this.
I don't cover that. And so to me,
I love it.
I'm basically your consumer. So, I can tell you, shut up, you're talking about all this detail, when in fact, actually nothing much happened.
Nothing much happened. But it is true, though. I mean, the upgrade cycle on a smartphone, though a lot of tech journalists will be like, oh, I gotta get the new phone every year. And that's me, hands down. I have to have the new phone every year. I change my phone every 3 months because it's just not new enough. But that's 0.5%. But unfortunately, the 0.5% are the influencers. Right? So we're sitting there going, oh, your phone's crap. This phone's 3 months newer, and it's got optical image stabilizer. Right? And you're just like, oh, now I have to get a new phone. But the truth is that the average person has an 18-month contract. Right? And the average person isn't going to upgrade their phone for around 2 years. And it does make sense that if you're an M7 user, right, or an S4 user, you may not have upgraded to the S5 because it's only 12 months out if you got it right the day that it came out. Right? So like for you, going from like an M7 to an M9 totally makes sense. But I feel like there's this built-in obsolescence that's definitely occurring in our smartphones, and everyone cracks their displays, and everyone just wants to get the latest and greatest. But at the same time, the reality is we're on 2-year cycles.
So what's happened for me is like, 2 years ago, the leading-edge smartphones were coming in around $599, right? I was pretty shocked to hear that the M9 is a 750 euros. Is that the starting price?
Yeah.
That's Ultrabook
for
price.
50 euros more.
Yeah, you could buy an Ultrabook.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's incredible.
You're getting this with a Core i3, 4 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabyte SSD for this price.
Exactly.
Welcome to the world of smartphones.
So it's pretty crazy. And then what else happened in this? Well, and the interesting thing for me, because I'm not a high-end smartphone user, 830, Lumia 830, and 300 euro price bracket. There's a hell of a lot going on at that price bracket. At the 200 to 300 euro price bracket, some real value stuff coming in. So there's all these new Chinese brands that I've never heard of. Okay, I now know about them, but it's an incredible amount of competition at this area. So we've got this weird sort of showcase area between $600 and $750, where everyone is doing their marketing around. But the real interesting stuff is happening between 200 and 300 euros, where the mass, some of that technology of 2 years ago now got into 300 euros. Optical image stabilizer in that phone for 300 euros. Now that's, to me, is really good value.
No, but the thing is also, Windows Phone is particularly good value, right? Like, I think that one of the best cameras on the market has to be in the 735, right? Like, the low light on that is just unbelievable. Like, it's and Android struggles to have a positive low light. I mean, HTC with their ultra pixel camera did okay, right? It did okay, but that was one of the few that could do okay in low light. But the Lumia cameras just tend to just offer so much value with their this one's Carl Zeiss too. Carl Zeiss lens and just really solid build quality. And I think that's a lot of what's missing in this, because if you look at that Samsung Galaxy Edge, it's going to take me 10 minutes to crack that display. Like 10 minutes. It's going to be shattered.
Gonna cost?
Oh my God.
That is 200. I think that's a sealed LCD and touch layer, right?
Yeah.
So it's 200 euros, 150, 200 euros. Can you imagine how expensive? You won't be able to get it replaced, I don't think.
So
I can't imagine you'll be able to get it replaced.
in the press conference, they talked about how the panel on the S6 Edge was heated to 180 degrees. It's not even plastic. It's glass. It's bent glass on 2 sides. It's going to be an enormous amount of money. If your average smartphone is already $200 per panel to replace, imagine what the S6 Edge is going to get. Yeah, replace that LC200 expensive. There's crazy out there. The Intel booth is just going off.
Wait.
Sash is in here.
and trust, they're not in.
They're not even in.
They're not even in.
They're not even in.
They'll be in soon. We need to make sure
screaming to
that we are finishing the stream before this tsunami of tablet-hungry developers are just. I think now they're carrying all the tablets.
Oh dear.
I want to be out there, wouldn't I?
I know.
We're already in, but you know what? You forgot to give us a tablet.
Fair.
It's not going to happen.
No, but Steve, so let's get back to your experience. I'm fascinated by your experience at the show, because we've done Mobile World Congress together a lot. But from our background is heavily into netbooks, laptops, like that kind of productivity space. And Mobile World Congress always kind of edged in on this really interesting 3G connectivity on our productivity devices. But like you're completely right that we used to recommend finding $300-400 laptops or netbooks, right? And we would talk about how to put an SSD in there and how to like kit the most out of your $300 device, right? And so we've always kind of been playing in this.
We were at the value level, right? The value level of computing, high value level of computing, and that's not what MWC is about. No,
MWC over the years has definitely changed into like the Geneva of car shows. Is that a good automotive comparison there? But it's only no. Damn it! I should stick with my metaphors that I know. But this is about the the biggest show off that you can have with your device. And the interesting thing is, this show is also different than others because everybody got scared of Samsung, right? Everyone went, they're going to launch. We're not going to launch our product here, right? We don't have an LG G4, right, which was traditionally announced here, right? There's no Z4, but I mean that's because now that they're back onto a 1-year cycle, so that's totally expected. But as for other flagships, we didn't see that here, and that's what this conference used to be about, right? But now we seem to have Samsung, and HTC tried, right, to kind of hold the crown.
Yeah.
But now MWC is kind of about this value level, right? Like, what are these, the S6 Edge took the news of the show.
Right.
But when you're walking around, you're right, it's all about the Chinese manufacturers kind of pitching at that value level of smartphone.
Yeah.
So what do you think you need out of a smartphone?
Oh, cameras for me. In fact, that's the only area of innovation that I see right now in smartphones is the useful innovation, right? So the Edge is cool. I'm not sure that many people are really going to get too much use out of it, but it does look cool, and it's a real, a lovely, unique selling point for that if you're into design. But camera for me is the critical bit, and battery life. But battery life doesn't seem to have changed at all. Everywhere I look around here, it's we've got a battery saving mode. When you get to your last hour of battery, we can get another 2 hours out of it maybe, but that's kind of not that good, right? I mean, I'm still looking for 2-3 day charges in a normal use cycle, right? The S6 has a 23,000 milliamp, 2350,
2550 and 2600 for the Edge.
Yeah. And so 2 years ago, we were still talking about 1,500 and 1,750 milliamp hour batteries. So
let's say 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, 3 or 4 years ago. But okay,
you've been out of this business for quite a while.
We've done 70% more battery capacity, and still no more battery life.
You know what? The P90 from Lenovo with the Intel Atom in there has a 4,000 milliampere hour battery, and it's thinner than the HTC One M9.
Which one's this?
Lenovo
P90.
Oh, right. How big is that? What's the screen size on that?
5-inch.
5-inch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
5-inch.
4,000 milliamp.
And it doesn't.
Is there anything else in that?
It's thin.
Does it work?
I mean,
and it looks a little bit thicker
look at this
than
one,
yours. Maybe just a little bit thicker than yours. It's unbelievable.
that's also 4,000.
Yeah,
And this is
I mean,
thicker
it's-
than the
And
Lenovo.
what sort of battery life would you get out of that?
You can easily get like 2 days out of
Okay,
this.
so you could get 2 days out of that. So that's
It's nice.
That's kind of good.
With a 1080p screen. A 6-inch
See, that's the sort of
1080p
thing I
screen.
want to hear about.
Yeah.
I don't want to see an Edge, and I don't want to hear about fingerprint entry, and I don't want to hear about other features. What was the tablet from the Galaxy Tab on the Note last year? All these amazing features that really weren't that amazing. Very useful.
Yeah.
All I want to hear about is a decent camera. I want to hear about instant HDR. That's a bit on the S6 that I'm finding quite interesting. Instant HDR. I want to hear about optical image stabilization because that really helps with videos. And I want to hear about longer battery life. Screen sizes, well, okay. I don't know. It looks like we're stuck now with the massive size screens that you can't get your thumb around. But that's the way it's going.
we're listening to you guys now. Finally on the chat. I'm so sorry about this. I'm kind of late when it comes to
Oh, we
this.
finally put the chat on.
Yeah, Chris.
Audio's not working.
Chris demands a hands-on of the Core i7 coffee machine. You did
which
one.
Which I have.
You're gonna see it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's in there. No problem.
And someone is asking what smartphone you use, Steve.
So I asked Nokia if I could borrow an 830 because I did some training for journalists last year in Ukraine. I thought this would be a really nice phone for them because the journalists out there don't have a lot of money. They need a good camera, they need lots of battery life, and they need good connectivity. And I thought the 830 would be great for them. So they gave me an 830 to look after it for a while. I've been using that. They gave me a 925 at the same time. I gave that back because I thought this was just a better value phone. And
I agree, and
think
the camera is amazing.
And the camera is just amazing me every time, you know. For a €300 phone, It's incredible. And the 1080p videos. And I was with Tank Girl earlier. I did a video of, I was in the Intel software booth. And I was like, I need to do a video. Got this out, did a 1080p video, 30 frames a second, and the audio is incredible. It's cancelled out all the background noise. It sounds like I've actually done an overdub.
I think it has like 3 or 4 microphones in there.
It's got 3 microphones. You can do Dolby surround on it. But the point is, it's got high dynamic range mics, and the noise cancelling is incredible. 300 euros.
Wow.
It's even less than 300 euros now.
Oh, yeah, that was RRP.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't think it's gone down that much. 280, 270 maybe. Get on to Geizhals.
Yeah. No way.
What about you? You get phones, right, all the time. You
All
get
the time.
phones,
I
right?
get
So
phones
you're
all the
not
time.
really. Are you choosing phones? You say, "Oh, can I have that phone? Because I really love that phone." Or
No,
does
so
people go,
I-
try this?
251.
Oh,
That's a
for
deal.
for the pink one, surely.
No, for the black one.
Oh, the black one. It's usually the pink one.
You have the green one?
Yeah, he's got the green one.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. So me, my weapon of choice is actually the Sony Xperia Z3. I like the camera on it. It has solid 2-day
Is
battery
this the
life.
waterproof one?
This is the waterproof one.
Kind of a nice feature for the bath, right? I like
Yeah,
that idea.
that's actually why I have to have it. Is that I don't maybe I go to the bar a little too much.
Bath, I said.
No, I'm saying bar. In that, okay, well, in my defense, Taiwan is very humid, so your drinks get a lot of condensation. So if I put my phone down on the table, the condensation creates a puddle, and then I've often been like, oh crap, shaking off my phone. So I really did just really enjoy the fact that it is waterproof, and so I did go to Sony and I asked them if I could get this phone back for MWC.
You see, I think that's quite cool. And, you know, a lot of bloggers, we should be a bit more honest about how we got our devices. Everyone knows we do get devices. But in my case, I go to someone that I think I would be able to use that phone. I want to use that phone. I want to showcase it, right? Often they say no, but that one, that worked out, and that's been a device that's really fit. I knew I wanted that device, and I went to Nokia, or actually Microsoft, and said, can I borrow this for a while? And they gave it to me, and I've been really happy, and it's going to be a very long-term test. That's all I can say.
Yeah, well, I mean, we and such as on the OnePlus, and we actually did buy that. I went to Shenzhen,
Respect.
and actually picked it up. Like, we do buy a lot of our phones. It's just like they're $700. Sometimes I'm just like, God, guys, seriously, I don't want to drop another $700 on another device. Oh.
You can make it back on the hands-on videos, can't you?
You can watch all of my hands-on videos. Click the banner ad.
And I'm also going around with this, which actually is a mobile device. It's the HP Stream 8, which comes with HP Data Pass, which is a free 200 megabytes a month, roaming in about 6 to 8 countries in Europe. And you can buy data packs for it as well. So what I've done is I've used the SIM card in here, and I spent 20 euros on a 2 gigabyte roaming package.
Oh, wow.
And this, I have to say, it's not a very good hotspot. Windows 8.1 on a tablet doesn't seem to hold a hotspot very well. I don't know whether it's the Wi-Fi in this that's very weak amongst this very smoggy environment. But as a tablet, an HSDPA tablet, it's been absolutely brilliant. It's had all-day battery life. It's been rock solid. And I can totally recommend it. It was 170 euros. 170. We've just been talking about 750 euro phones. This is a 170 euro PC with 3G and 200 megs of data free every month.
Well, that's the thing about MWC is that it used to be a lot more productivity device focused, right? We used to see a lot more tablets and a lot more, netbooks.
Where are the tablets?
Where are the tablets?
Acer booth. Acer, there's lots of tablets on the Acer booth.
Are they
There's actually
new?
got some Windows stuff on the Acer booth as well.
Lenovo also had some tablets.
They did. They had a couple, but like, remember when it was all about tablets at this show?
Yeah.
Or remember when it was all about UMPCs at this show?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
Wow, what was that, the phone, what was that Win phone? The Win phone.
The Win phone, that's right.
Windows
the Windows
XP phone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is correct. Like, MWC used to have all of these random guys coming up with the quirkiest crap.
Maybe there are. We haven't been out far enough yet. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe we need to like do some deep dive into like the far back halls, because seriously, that Windows XP phone,
That was funny.
That was funny.
You guys-
He's like, let me just get the stylus out. You can make a phone call like this. We were like, are you joking?
And if you look back to 2006, 2007, there's a great photo. Do you remember Hugo Ortega? Sorry, Hugo Ortega had the Everrun, the XP Everrun.
My
God. And he
God.
didn't know it had phone calling. He knew it had 3G. And he was driving home in the car, and he stopped, and he said, I'm just going to try and make a phone call because it had a phone dialer in it. And then he calls his wife, and she answers. And there's this fantastic YouTube video of him going, it's a phone. It's a phone. So it's this big tablet, you know. It's this massive. Actually, only 5.5-inch screen, but it's this massive, great thing, you know. Early UMPC, great stuff.
And I remember it'd be like, 2 hours of battery life, guys. 2 hours. And we'd be like, yeah.
And of course, if you put the PC into standby, you couldn't receive phone calls.
No. I mean, the thing is, like we whinge about 2 days of battery life and all this stuff, but we can think back 5 years. You know, we've come a long way.
We shouldn't complain.
We shouldn't
You're right.
complain
I mean,
so much.
That is
spoiled.
that is the carry pad that I always wanted from 2006, right? And that's €170. When those things were first coming out in 2006, they were €1,000. And you remember the Pace Blade, you remember the Acer R2H.
Oh my God.
1.2 kilograms, 2 hours battery life, resistive touchscreen of 800 by 600 resolution, and just crazy stuff, you know. And we got laughed at, to be honest. As fans of the 7-inch form factor, we were dealing with the tweener space. Steve Jobs even called us out, saying, that's not going to work. But we were right. I mean, this space is a healthy space, a productive space, and a good mobile space. And long may it remain, really.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
All right. We still have like 10 minutes to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm a little bit quiet.
Because you've been talking.
Catching up with his emails.
Yeah. No, I'm just taking a look at the views and everything, and for the reporting to see how many people.
Been, anyway, from people watching chat room.
Well, it's pretty good when you're not on the stream. It's been amazing without you,
Can you
Steve.
bring us back some drinks? It's picking up out there. Wow. The Intel booth is on fire. The camera around.
They've actually set the bar up.
Yeah, we'd see it.
They've set the bar up in front of the glass here.
Well, it might turn into a little bit of an X-ray thing. 'Cause his butt would be right in the camera. Yeah, they set the bar up right behind us. The Intel booth is just going off. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to happen very, very soon over here.
But in general, like the vibe on the show floor, I feel is busier than other years. Maybe I feel like it's
the vibe in the train.
What's the name? What's the name of the video, by the way, with the phone? Someone is asking in the
Everrun. Look for
Everrun.
Hugo Ortega Everrun phone. Will probably do it. Oh,
Yeah.
I still see it, Hugo, man. That was just a classic video. He just cracks up. He just cracks up and he's in his car and he makes a phone call. Oh, don't. You got to watch it. Nearly as good as you... 2 years ago today? Or 1 year ago today? You fell... No, it was Seabit. You fell through the chair.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. So
But that was the last time we were together on a stream.
That's true. That's true. Oh my
for
God.
That's another one.
2
Check that out.
years.
What are the keywords for Sasha falling off down through the chair?
hilarity.
I tried finding it on YouTube. You need to tag that.
TechLounge and Intel Ultimate Coder Challenge, Seabit.
Right.
Ultimate Coder Challenge,
Fail.
Seabit.
Fail.
I don't know. I
Fail.
don't know about this.
Because you uploaded a special version of it,
I
right?
did upload a special version of it. There may have been a little repeat at the end as well.
I hate you guys.
Living live on video.
So besides that, what's next?
What's next? Well, the things that I'd like to do tomorrow. The things that
I'll tell you what you've
well,
got to go and see tomorrow.
Well, what do I have to go and see tomorrow?
The HP Sprout demo up in the Intel Software Pavilion.
Oh.
Have you actually had chance to muck around with it?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
It is responsive. It is very surprisingly responsive. So you know you've got the RealSense camera on top. You've got a touch pad, a massive touch pad, sort of A3 size touchpad underneath. It's projected. There's a projected screen on it as well, and then you've got touchscreen in front. So you could start drawing on this touchpad, and then you could put a device on it to get a 2D scan of it, and then that will just go blop, and you can move it around in the image. And then you can do a 3D scan of things as well, and then sort of grab those and then move it around. This is a great demo. It's really good, and it's accurate. Okay. And it's like, do you remember when we were dealing with RealSense about 2 years ago when the sort of prototypes were coming out, and it was a bit kind of fuzzy. It was a bit kind of like, does it work? May work sometimes, doesn't work. This seems to be pretty good. It seems to be well refined and really nice. So you should really check that out. It's one of my surprise things that
up to Hall 8 it is for me then tomorrow. Very nice.
They have some good IoT demos up there as well.
Do they? I mean, I actually have the Intel RealSense camera at the office. It got there about 2 weeks before MWC, and I just haven't had a chance to dive on into it. But the RealSense camera on the Dell Venue 8 is something that I'm looking forward to. We actually just got that also in the office.
The i100.
The i100, the snapshot camera, not the 200 that has the depth sensor, and the pupil tracking. Yeah, as well.
It's real time as well.
Real time.
Snapshot is post-processed, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Some of the major differences. We are huge fans of RealSense.
Geeks.
Yeah, this is super nerdy stuff.
But it looks great.
But it does look great. Who's calling me?
My wife is calling me.
Oh, Johnny's not even at the show.
Oh, yeah.
So it's so unfortunate Johnny Shee's not here. He's my favorite.
That's good. We're Johnny Shee fans, aren't we?
Yeah. One day we'll launch the Facebook fan page.
With Johnny Shee, like little mannequins and things like...
Bobbleheads.
Who's calling me? Who's calling me?
So, the thing that I want to go see tomorrow is I want to check out the Maserati across the way, actually. There's like a
real one?
A real one that's got... I don't even know what's inside of it, so I have to go check it out.
Oh,
apparently it's smart. It's on the Qualcomm booth. Yeah. We have to walk past it every single day when we come here. So I'm always like, I want to go see what's inside there. So I want to go check that out. And apart from that, I feel like I haven't seen any of the halls.
Go and check. Oh, it's Intel again. I keep talking about Intel stuff.
Well, we are sitting in the Intel lounge.
TrueKey. I know
you love that.
I know it's boring. It's security. But this seems to be a solution that kind of pulls it all together right. Password management, authentication management, that is multi-authentication if you want it. You choose which authentication message you've got based on what sort of device you got. You might use webcam, you might use RealSense, you might use a fingerprint reader if it's built in, you might draw a picture on the screen, and then you might have an authentication via a second device. And it pulls it all together. There's also a password generator in there, which generates a password that you can use in an app, and you'll never ever see the password as long as... Sorry, in Chrome, in a browser, and you'll never see the password because TrueKey manages it and places that password and stores it for you without you ever having to look at the password.
Yeah.
And then it will automatically authenticate you next time.
That was pretty cool. Well, I've had them here on the stream.
Yeah, Megan was on the stream yesterday. Yeah.
Megan and Mark, and that was pretty impressive. Unfortunately, you know what? The face recognition didn't work in here. You know why?
Lights.
Because of the lights. Because she got so many shadows on her face. Right?
Yeah,
we were trying it again and again. It wasn't working. I felt so bad for her.
But
right?
bear in mind,
live stream.
I know. It happened on my video demo as well. But bear in mind, that's just like a straightforward webcam. It's not RealSense. And it's not just doing a picture match. It's doing a picture plus movement match. Yeah. So it wants to know where your muscles are, or that the muscles are moving, or that the eyes are moving. So it actually monitors for movement as well. So
actually, there's another demo that does the same thing. It's over at the ZTE booth. So ZTE's got the retina scan.
Which is probably not a retina scan, right?
It's not a retina scan, but it's exactly the same thing that's going on kind of with hers.
Am I getting lasered?
No.
Oh my God.
As if it's retina.
Glasses.
Yeah, we got 1,000 DPI scanning. maybe
No,
more than 1,000 degrees.
you line your eyes up, and then there's a green line that goes across the screen, and like basically, it's just like it's analyzing the picture, but it's also analyzing for muscle movement
That's
as
good.
well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's critical, right? I mean, you got to check the movement as well.
Yeah. And so that's why they were telling me that's why they only picked the eyes instead of the entire face, because then it's easier. I guess it's easier processing-wise to be able to just do this small space for like mapping and stuff than the entire face, right?
Are there?
Hey, I just remember one. Flappy Board.
Hey,
Flappy Board.
I know
Nokia.
Flappy Bird. It's called Flappy Bird, not Flappy Board.
Flappy Board.
Flappy Bird.
Keyboard.
Microsoft Flappy Board.
Oh, that's the foldable one?
The foldable keyboard.
That's fantastic. We've had Greg Sullivan here.
Awesome.
I guess I love it.
It
I love
is
it.
gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. 3 months of battery life?
3 months of battery life on USB charge. You've got two Bluetooth radios. You can have two simultaneous connections to two devices, so you can instantly switch between the two. Weight, I reckon about 120 grams. They're not revealing the weight yet, but I know my weights. 120 grams is my guess.
99.
What was the other thing? Super light, super thin, and the key mechanism is quite good. It's basically like the Surface Pro 3 keyboard, right?
It was fantastic. Just to give you an idea about some more people, are there any new devices from ASUS? No. Sorry about that. No launches.
No.
Yeah, they've had them all
Nothing.
before. They're the CES guys, right? They're running their big shows at CES. Will there be?
And the thing is with the ASUS team is that because they're so focused regionally, which is great about that company, they're right now just doing regional launches, so they don't really have time to come to like push something else out at CES because they're just worried. They do have a booth, which I stopped by. I went and saw the Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to check. I was hoping that I could get a hands-on with it, but no,
Probably
still
on it.
behind glass.
People were asking if we're going to stream from Seabird. Yes, we do. It's going to be 5 days of streaming. Guess who's coming on the stream?
Oh my! I can't even. I have no idea.
The formerly
Angela Merkel.
The formerly most wanted hacker by the FBI in the world, Kevin Mitnick.
Oh, really?
We will get Kevin Mitnick on the stream for an interview, and it looks like we're even going to do some live hacking on the stream.
Woo, woo, woo.
That's gonna be a really interesting one because
Better check out my security tips.
He will be we're gonna do all of this on Steve's devices, of course.
I'm working on a Chromebook. That's it.
The cool thing about this will be he's also at the global conference. Now he's a security expert, right, an analyst, and a really nice guy. And trust me, it's going to be epic. It's going to be cool to talk about all of this, what he did with the Pentagon, and NASA, and all of this. I hope that the U.S. will still let me into the country after I did this interview with him.
After you talked up Ford instead of any German car manufacturer, you may be losing your German passport soon too. Ford's doing fantastic. German car manufacturers have no idea what's going on, or something similar.
So this is going to be really interesting. Yes, there will be a mix between German and English interviews. This is the international stream. This is going to the international service of Intel. So sorry about this, that we don't have any German interviews on this stream here. Richard was asking if Johnny Ive will be on our stream. That's not going to happen. No. I've invited. Sorry. I've invited Tim Cook. You see, I'm already losing my voice on this.
Get scared. That's fear.
Yeah,
that's fear in your throat.
That's fear. Especially from Johnny Ive. I think Johnny Ive works out.
I reckon I could do the voice. The Johnny Ive voice.
I work out.
You see, what we've done is we've taken this design, which absolutely personifies what we've been trying to do for 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of scary. And you have this white wall behind you.
Oh my
That's
God.
terrible.
And you're almost wearing all black.
I just need to
We wanted to
work
create
out.
a precision design piece. You know what? When I've heard this during IFA, I was just close to punch into the screen. You're building a goddamn watch that is connected to a goddamn telco that is sending you the goddamn time onto this goddamn watch. And he's talking about a precision design time piece.
MTP.
And that's
I hate
why,
bullshitting. I hate
No,
marketing bullshit.
And that's why they invited a ton of lifestyle journalists to that event, because they don't know the difference.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. That's why they're running. They were running like a 12-page ad in the Vogue, in the U.S. Vogue, recently.
Yeah. That's the danger of lifestyle journalists covering tech. They're like, oh yeah, precision timekeeping. Let's write that down.
Yeah.
5 days at CeBIT.
5 days at CeBIT.
5 days at CeBIT.
5 days, no illnesses for Sasha.
No, I'm not allowed to do that.
I'm pretty sure that's your thing for CeBIT. It's illness.
Well, I mean, we have 10 days in between.
That's true.
Right, to rest and to get it ready. I have 2 more conferences to do in
Before
between.
CeBIT.
Yeah, just to stay fit. Right. The one is I will be in Hamburg at the D3Con, which is a display conference about display marketing. It's going to be interesting because no, I can't say this right now. You never know. Maybe they're going to watch it and pull out then. And I will be at the SEO Campix, which is a week of SEO guys in Berlin.
Oh my god.
That's going to be a challenge.
It's going to be a
for
challenge
me
to stay healthy after that.
No, I will just be there for one day, for one session, and talk about tech blogging in general and how what we change right now with the site. And then we're going to stay in Berlin for one night. Then we're already heading over to Hanover because on the 14th, they already have the first booth tours and whatnot. And we need to do pre-production on the 15th. And then we're going to go live from day one on.
Wow.
So the interesting thing is that the audience of CeBIT and the audience of MWC aren't necessarily the same one.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There's a lot more grey. There's a lot more grey at CeBIT, right? There's a lot more grey. It's usually in the sky, but also in terms of the suits that are there, right? Oh, it's really
Hanover has its beautiful sides.
Hanover?
Hanover.
It's one of the more...
Alexandra. That 24-hour pub restaurant that's near Hauptbahnhof. That's great. That's the sunny side to Hanover.
We've been to some amazing Italian restaurants in Hanover.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been to... Remember where we've been with... she's from T3N. Oh,
yeah, that really nice restaurant with the vegetarian.
It was wine and everything. It was fantastic. Oh, Jesus.
No idea.
Mm.
It was a German.
Oh, gosh, I forgot his name. I feel so bad right now that I forgot about this.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I remember the food. It was delicious.
The food was absolutely delicious. We have to go there again. So, yeah, guys, if you have any more questions on the stream, in the chat, let us know right now. Will we have people from Xiaomi at CeBIT in the stream? They won't be there at CeBIT.
Oh.
Do they have a booth over here, Xiaomi?
Don't think so.
I don't think so. But you know what we could do is, we already did our Phablets War video today. We will do another Xiaomi live stream, phablet thingy, just to show you what the device is all about. So Michael was asking this. We're definitely going to do this. But Xiaomi itself won't be at CeBIT as far as I know.
No.
I can't see that.
No, I mean, Xiaomi's a very China-focused country, or sorry, China-focused handset. So, like having booths and a lot of infrastructure for MWC is expensive as well.
But we're going to show you this device. Have you seen this Xiaomi Note?
Oh, this is the Mi Note 2. See, they made a glass, curved in the back.
1080p. It's cold, right?
Cold.
You
as
know
ice.
what? You should be scared if this was very warm.
That's pretty nice, isn't it? Like, slim. I mean, specs. 20% better than last year, which was 20% better than the year before.
Oh, I've heard Xiaomi will be at CeBIT.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, no, they're CEOs at the global conference.
Really?
The Xiaomi CEO is at the global conference.
Really?
And then he's saying that they have an 80 square meters booth at the China Hall.
Do they?
Oh, fantastic. Oh, yeah. We're going to reach out. We're going to reach out to them.
Huh.
definitely.
Because I sent them a message and they told me
Yeah.
they weren't free.
I know, but they told us they won't be there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because we reached out. We reached out to them.
Yeah.
Don't yell at me. I can see that. Caps lock isn't the answer. It's not the solution for your problems. No, we're gonna. Hey, cheers, Michael. We're definitely gonna look out for them. We try to get them on the stream, and then we're gonna talk about business. You know what? As you can tell already, the music is starting in the background right now, so that means the party is kicking off soon. And you know what? I would love to get out of here before the party starts. To be honest, right? I'm fine without any drinks. I haven't eaten anything for today.
To the party. I'm
We are-
at this party. Yeah.
We are invited.
Yeah.
We're doing the party.
We're the stars of the party, I thought.
We are the erotic dancing girls. We're the dance group at this party here. Oh yeah. So hey, thank you guys. We're gonna take care of Xiaomi at Cebit. I promise you that. We should get in contact with the Cebit guys so that they are talking to them again, getting them over. We're gonna take care of this. We're going to talk about... I have the Mi 4 with me. I have the Mi Note with me. So, Michael got me right now. Hey, once again, thank you so much for all your support. It's pretty amazing. We're going to be back tomorrow, 9 in the morning. It's going to be the last day of the live stream over here. And then we're going to see you again at Cebit. Have a great evening. Thank you, guys, and good night. Bye.